Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the LoneHammer Daily Podcast. I'm your host Randy Glenn, and today is January 2nd, 2015, and today I'm going to give a list review of Paca. But before we get into that, I thought I would thank our episode sponsor for the day, Metalhead Minis. Metalhead Minis is a full commission painting service and consignment service that can take care of all your hobby needs. Go ahead and check them out at metalheadminis.com or give them a ring, 505-859-2848. And let them know the guys at LoneHammer sent you. So today's topic, earlier this week, actually December 31st, our lists for Paca were due. And judging by Twitter, Facebook, and everything else going on in the Warhammer world, it was a great stress to many people on creating this 2,000 point list, especially since Paca is allowing end times in their tournament, with the exception of no Kane Magic and no Chaos Ascendancy rules. So people, you could tell that there was a lot of difficulty writing lists. The group that I'm coming up with, the ATM, going real deal all the way. We sent several lists back and forth, and my lists constantly were getting laughed at. And I finally said, "Screw it! Here we go." I took the constructive criticism, and at some point you just have to make the list and roll with what you're comfortable playing, and that's that. And I'm comfortable playing demons, but because I'm going to Paca, I really wanted to do something that would be a little bit different and in the spirit of what they're trying to accomplish. Now, I don't know everything that they do up there, and the Midwest guys are amazing hosts, and they have a great time at tournaments. But it seems to me, by the way they wrote the list with Fortitude and everybody's allowed to take a giant, that monsters and big creatures should be the theme for this tournament, so I wanted to embrace it. So my list as is follows, and I am going to keep a Slaanesh theme throughout it. I am going to be bringing the Legions of Chaos, and I will be bringing a Demon Prince, the Warriors of Chaos version, not the Demons of Chaos version. And will have a Charm Shield, the Dragonbane gem, a Burning Body for the flaming attacks. I'm thinking that there might be some Beasts of Nurgle out there, some A-bombs. I'm not really worried about other lords with the Dragonbane gem. It is what it is. I have hopefully something to deal with them later. So I will be running the Burning Body. I have Scaled Skin, Soul Feeder, and the Lore of Slaanesh. The Lore of the Slaanesh is pretty huge for me, especially with the Warriors of Chaos, because you use their, I believe they use the magic lore for Slaanesh for Warriors, which is I start getting more attacks for each dice roll. For every wound, I do so many dice rolls. This is going to be big, because a Demon Prince with tons of attacks can only put in more damage and more work. That's my thought. And we'll see how it rolls out. It did quite well in practice games. I know it's not as filthy as a Nurgle Demon Prince on Death, but at some point, I like going with a little bit of a theme, and I like Slaanesh, so that's the way it's going to be. I'm also going to run a Doom Bowl. I'm going to have my Doom Bowl kitted out with a sword of Swift Slaying, giving him ASF, the Ramhorn Helm, and for those of you that don't play Beastmen or don't know, it's a +1 armor save bonus, and you make a bonus attack at base strength for every armor saving you pass. So I throw him into combat. He's toughness 5, weapon skill 6. For what I'm thinking of, a lot of people I believe are going to bring elves. I think there's going to be a lot of cheap core choices floating around for Fortitude. I'm going to throw a Doom Bowl into a bunch of Strength 3 elves that are not going to be able to wound the Doom Bowl, or if they do, I'm going to be making armor saves. It's going to help me kill more elves faster to break Fortitude. At least that's my thought process behind it. I could be completely and utterly wrong, but sometimes you have to go with your gut, and that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to run him with the Dawnstone, the other Trickster's Shard, and Gnarled Hide. Gnarled Hide gives you a 5+ scaly skin. So basically, my Doom Bowl will be on a 1-up rerollable Lore of Slaanesh, which Lore of Slaanesh just makes them... I even got this wrong because I'm so used to playing demons with the Lord of Slash giving AP to things, that this just makes some of the Warriors of Chaos book immune to panic and whatnot. So this could be kind of huge for me. So maybe my Doom Bulls and my Minotaurs won't be running away. So those are my two characters. I didn't take any heroes. I did run up to almost 50% in lore choices with the Demon Prince and the Doom Bull. I'm running 25 Demonettes of Slaanesh. The 25 Demonettes of Slaanesh are going to be pretty huge for me. They're my core choice. I'm running them with the standard bearer and nothing else. It's kind of naked. It's there for fortitude. I'm running another unit of 20 Demonettes. Again, just a standard. Nothing fancy with it. And they're, again, just fortitude. Fortitude. I'm running 5 Minos. And with them, I'm going to... They're all marked as Slaanesh. They're hand weapon, light armor, shield. I gave them the shield because I didn't see the point of giving a couple more attacks, and I really didn't want to give them great weapons. Just in case they can strike in there. What's the difference between strength 5 and strength 7 when you're hitting elves? Again, I really think I'm going to be facing a lot of elves, a lot of human core. Let them go to initiative 3. Maybe I can beat some other people down. Besides, with the Lore of Slaanesh, if I do Acquiescence or CAC bomb them, they're going to be ASL. I won't be. I'd rather not be ASL striking simultaneously with people. And then, for my last little bit, is a Soul Grinder. I'm going to run the Soul Grinder. I'm going to run the Soul Grinder with Baleful Torrent, so it will have a flamethrower attached to it. And the reason, again, I think two things are going to happen at Paca. Personally, this is what I think, but what I've been seeing on Twitter, there's going to be a lot of undead. There's going to be a lot of undead magic. I think there's going to be a lot of cheap core choices floating around. I think there's going to be cav models for core, for the elves. I think there's going to be a lot of little blocks of other core choices to get people's fortitude up. Because I really believe that people are going to hit 50% lords. I think that people are going to take big nasty things on dragons. And these are going to be the problems. And I think this is going to be a tournament of chess where the object is going to be to see if I can kill everything else and leave your nasty thing alone. And I think everybody else is going to say, I'm not touching the Demon Prince. I really don't want to deal with the Doom Bull. Let me kill your Demonettes and everything else. So a Soul Grinder with a flame cannon, shooting that down, just tearing up things, is going to be, I really, really believe, huge. Now, I know people you're probably thinking, well, that's a lot of big monsters, a couple cannons, that's that. Well, Paca, they're actually giving you negative fortitude for bringing cannons. And you actually get -2 fortitude if you take special characters, if you're taking the skill cannon, if you're taking an iron blaster, if you take a great cannon, if you take the dwarf cannon with an engineer, you get -2 fortitude. So I don't think a lot of people are going to take cannons. I think Skaven will, because Skavens weren't comped. But I fully believe that at Paca, it's going to be a matter of, can I kill all of your stuff? Can I take the objectives? And does my army look pretty good? And I think my army's starting to look a little bit better. I'm not the greatest hobbyist, and not yet, not now. But I'm proud of what I have accomplished, and so I'm really excited to go up to Paca and see the kind of Warhammer that the Midwest plays. You guys have heard it all over the time when we do the big podcast that Mark, Jeff, and I are a fan of comped Warhammer most of the time. We like bringing, comp coming into things. And while Paca wasn't necessarily comped, I mean, they are giving negative fortitude for taking certain items. So there is some comp to it. And the fact that you get a choice to be either hobby hero or you can pick real deal is a big, big plus to me for this tournament. It allows people to play exactly what they want to play. And if you're not sure what Paca is with those two categories, the rundown, the Clip Notes version, would be that a hobby heroist is somebody that is, loves to hobby and will make awesome stuff. And they have their own little category, and there are certain awards that they can win. The one award they can't win is overall tournament champion, best general. It's off the table for them. But all the hobby awards are over there. If you want to be real deal, you're looking at being the overall champ. You want to be the best general. And that right there is, that's where I'm going to be anyway, because I paint for crap. I'm not a great hobbyist. And I thought that's where I belong to be. So anyway, good luck to everybody who submitted their list to Paca. I'm very much looking forward to seeing everybody in a couple weeks' time now. So thanks for listening, guys. Have a happy Friday and a great weekend. And we'll see y'all next time on Monday. See you later.